So, first things first with the percolator, we gotta find out how much water we can actually fit in. So, here's the scale, here's the perk. You're going to tear that unit now. Give it a fill of our beautiful filtered Calgary tap water. Looks like we're at about 13 and some, might be a little full. So we're going to go with, there we go, 12. That was roughly the number I was looking for. So with 12, at least I can tell that I only need 3/4 of an ounce of coffee in order to make this work. So that's the next step. Next step is going to be to tear our coffee receptacle. So this is the bottom cup that comes with the grinder. So it's teared. I'm going to go throw some coffee in. Alright, so after 15 seconds of grinding on an espresso grind, I've got about 0.65 of an ounce, which is almost at 3/4. So that'll put us closer to the 1:17 ratio, and I'm okay with that. So now we're going to assemble all this and put it together. So I'm going to put this away. I'll take my percolator. I'm going to put the little cup in. Ta-da! I'm going to put these in. That's a lot of coffee. A lot of coffee. So, notice how kind of overflowing a bit. We're just going to use the old espresso trick of pushing it around and making sure she is even. We've even given it a tap or two. Now if you really want to go all the way, take a tamper and give it a quick press down. It's not going to make a big difference, but you do want to try and make it as even as possible. Next, we take the top of the perk, and we're going to screw that into place. And we're going to put this on a low. We're going to let it boil up slowly, and when you start hearing the percolator going, where you're going to want to turn it down slightly, and we'll talk about more later. At this point you should be getting a cloth or a glove handy, because we're going to need it later to take the bottom part off. So the percolator just got really quiet. It means it's going to start bubbling up soon, and that's about the time when you're going to want to turn it down. Alright, so the percolator just started going. Now normally you don't brew with the top off, but it was for demonstration purposes. I'm just going to turn down the water a little bit, close the top, and explain a bit of why I'm doing that. So, coffee is usually brewed between 180 and about 205 odd degrees. So with a percolator, you need to control that heat a lot more than you normally would, where everything would be automatic, or where you can just grab a thermometer reading. With a percolator, you're waiting for the water to get hot enough to shoot through the coffee and then out. That presents a problem, because if you burn the coffee in the brewing process, well, you're going to get a lot of bitterness, you're going to get a lot of unwanted effects. So what I'm doing is I'm carefully watching it. I put it on the lowest heat possible. I'm just going to keep checking from time to time to make sure that nothing weird is going on. And when it's done, it's done. Okay, so we're getting really close to done. The perk's almost full. So I'm going to kill the heat. And right away, what you're going to want to do as soon as you kill that heat is you're going to want to remove the top from the bottom after a few seconds to let all the extra water escape. As you can hear, it's still percolating just a little bit. I much prefer a little mess than grounds in my coffee. So, and after removing, set aside, and pour right away. This way you don't get any grounds. There's nothing going to be left in the bottom. And ta-da. No extra crap in there at all. There you go. one percolated espresso.